Our goal from day one has always been to show that a brewery is made up of more than just beer. It's made up of hardworking men and women. It's a blend of both style and culture. While season one captured a small portion of New Jersey's brewing history, we know that there's a vast amount of brewing traditions out there that we have yet to discover. So season two of In Hops We Trust is hitting the road. We're crossing time zones, traveling down an old time road to a place we belong. Because yeah, we're fancy like that. Excuse me a second while I slip into something a little bit more southern comfortable. There, that's better. We're stopping off in Tennessee and Georgia, though not quite as far south as the Florida-Georgia line. We're doing some day drinking in little big towns, hammering stumps, cornholing, and even facilitating some brewer-on-brewer crime. It was an icy prank, to say the least. We shot new tap room openings, Sasquatch, even the final resting place of the Man in Black himself. We haven't exactly been everywhere, man, but this is one hell of a start. Welcome to the long-awaited premiere of season two of In Hops We Trust. Cheers to you. I'm Ralph Saro, and you know what time it is.
In Hops We Trust.
We are in the great state of Tennessee, in the city of Nashville, and we are at the Jackalope Brewing Company. The team at Jackalope has been brewing beer since 2011. Their focus? A brewery that makes mouth-watering beers while remaining a sustainable and active force in their community. They've grown a lot over the years, but their commitment is still the same: crafting superior beers. How's everyone today?
Doing great.
Doing great.
Excellent. I'm sitting down with the closer, Bailey Spaulding, founder and CEO Jackalope, Wonder Boy here, Steve Wright, the president and COO, and the newest member of the team, Lisa Peterson, who is the marketing director. Now, for those of you that don't know, a jackalope, a cross between a jackrabbit and an antelope, is not like a liger. No. It's combined post-mortem, like a turducken.
We definitely should name a beer turducken. For sure.
You absolutely should, yes.
That's your thought on jackalopes. I personally believe that they are real.
Okay.
You gotta prove to me that they're not. You know?
That's fair. I can't prove that they're not real. I cannot.
I also was voted most gullible in my 8th grade class. That's what the setup is here. And a friend of mine gave me a t-shirt with a jackalope on it that says "Believe in yourself." And so that's where the name came from and kind of where all of our mythical, legendary vibes come from.
So Billy, how did you make the leap from going from studying to become a lawyer to opening a brewery?
Yeah, it was kind of a funny story. I did a summer internship during law school. All the interns were kind of sitting around saying what we would do if we could do anything. A friend of mine said she'd start a brewery, and I was like, oh my God, best idea. So I say it's like when nuns find the calling. It was just kind of this light bulb went off, and I was like, oh man, people can do that. Before law school, had a science background, and so really fell in love with brewing beer and kind of the science and artistic side of it. And it did not take me very long to decide I wanted to do that instead of be a lawyer.
When you first started out, you were a female-founded brewery, and I know you never wanted to put a lot of emphasis on that because that's not what you wanted to be known for. You're a brewery that produces great beer.
Yes.
Did you find that was a struggle, kind of, like, did you have to J.K. Rawlings it, where you only use your initials?
I don't think we worked that hard on it. I would say we didn't go out being like, hey, ladies, you know, but we didn't pretend we weren't who we were.
I still remember in the very beginning, I think it was like maybe a few months after we opened, I was sitting at a restaurant and the table next to me, they all ordered one of our Jackalope Rompo. Whole table of guys ordered it except for one. And the one guy was challenged by the other. He's like, oh man, this is great, new local brewery. You haven't tried it yet. And he's like, man, I don't drink that. It tastes like girls made it. And I think it's just crazy to me that somebody might think that way.
Your narrative becomes kind of what other people want it to be sometimes, and you just can't focus on that much. You can only focus on what you're putting out and then go from there.
Are you one of the first, or are you the first to can your own beer in Nashville, Tennessee?
We were the first.
The first,
yeah.
Wow.
We thought we were pretty innovative.
Now everybody does it.
Yeah.
7 years later, it's like, who cares?
Let's talk about the musical influence that you see every day here in Nashville.
There's just a lot of really exciting, vibrant artists here in Nashville. And that's something I think that everybody's been attracted to about this city and probably what brought a lot of people here in the first place.
One of the fun things too is just seeing, it's like Buffalo Clover, they played 2 of Jackalope's birthday parties. Tyler Childers used to play at Jackalope on Sundays. Like, it's fun seeing all these bands grow and mature and be like, oh, we know them.
Cassidy Pope loves Lovebird.
Yeah.
Emmy Lou Harris has sat in probably this seat
very
right here
seat.
enjoying our beer.
Yeah. It has been graced by the angel herself.
Oh my God, I'm sitting where her ass was?
Never gonna wash that ass again.
Never gonna wash this ass again!
Couple of questions for you ladies. Ever wonder what IPA stands for? What makes a sour beer sour? If you want these answers and more, check out Beard Broads. The Broads are back and better than ever in a revamped, retooled, and reloaded new show. They're here to educate you on all things beer. Not only will they be bringing in female guests from the craft industry, but they'll be featuring women from all walks of life and careers. They will be sitting down in the bar at Ambassador Studios, learning about and tasting all different styles of beer. Keep up with the Broads on Instagram and watch all of their episodes in the Beard Broads playlist on the In Hops We Trust YouTube channel. Cheers, Broads.
The community aspect of our brewery is really important. We feel really lucky to get to be here and be supported by our local community, so we try to give back. We have a nonprofit pairing. 20% of the proceeds from that beer in the tap room that month are going to go to that nonprofit. We do something called Pick Up for a Pint, where people will do a neighborhood cleanup and then come back here for a pint. You get to learn about a lot of the cool things that people are doing to help their community as well, and get to feel like you're a part of it.
We are now joined by William Will Hadley, who is the head brewer here at Jackalope. Will, how are you?
Doing good.
Let's talk pandemic. Were you guys kind of in the same boat as everybody else? Like, panic sets in and then it's like, okay, well, how do we adapt and survive this thing?
We were gearing up for like our biggest day of the year, and then it was like done. It was crazy.
It's like almost like getting over like all the work that we've put into it is done. You got to get over that.
Yeah.
Because now we need to start thinking about what gets us through the right now. And I think we've done just a fantastic job. We've opened the New York market. We've expanded our grocery presence.
A lot of ideas we've had kind of got fast-tracked because of COVID. Some of these beers on the table would not be here had it not been for the push to really figure out how we could start to put beer in 16-ounce cans, put out new beer weekly.
We'll have put out 23 different new beers since March.
Oh, wow.
And we canned 0 last year.
And there was 0.
What is this one here?
It's Fenario.
That's Fenario.
Fenario.
You gotta do this when you say
Fenario. Yeah. I'm from Jersey, so we know all about the Italian American, you know?
Yeah.
I love the color. The color is
Thank
fantastic.
you. All of our beers are unfiltered, so we are always really proud of that.
So when did this location, which is called The Ranch, when did The Ranch open?
The Ranch opened in the fall of 2018.
Our original location, I think when we first signed the lease, it was a 10-year lease, and it seemed like we were signing our lives away, and 10 years flew by.
Yeah, when we opened, it was just me, Steve, and Robin. We only had enough beer for our tap room to be open on Fridays from 4 to 8 p.m.
Oh, wow.
And that was it for the whole week. We weren't trying to be cool or hip or exclusive.
That was it. We're out
All
of
the
beer.
beer we could make.
Go home. Let's play a fun little game right now. It's called Ralph's Quick Fire Questions. You know it, you love it. Favorite Nashville artist? Starting with you, sir.
Oh, geez. Drew Holcomb's always on my wife and I's cooking playlist.
Todd Snyder, he wrote the song Beer Run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, Beer Run. Anyway.
I would actually go with Margot Price. And I mean, the other one for me that's just been super hard has been John Prine.
If you could share a beer with anyone in history, living or dead, who would it be?
Okay, I'm gonna say Frank Sinatra.
You know, I'm gonna go Tom Brady.
Laugh at me if you will, but
I'm going.
No judgment.
I'm
I
going.
won't judge you.
Washington.
Okay. And lastly, if you were a beer, what kind of beer would you be? And who would you want to drink you?
What?
Will.
I'd want to be a Pilsner.
Okay, why?
I'm pretty plain
Wait, but
Jane,
would you-
white guy.
What would you give?
Somebody that I would want to drink me I hope it would be an illegal drink.
He wants to be an illegal drink.
during Prohibition.
I don't want anybody to drink me. That seems really weird. So I'm gonna go with like, I don't know, what's a style that's not as popular? I would be a black IPA or maybe a barley wine.
I would be Bear Walker. Bear Walker is my spirit beer.
Who would you want?
Bear Walker, you.
My husband? I don't know.
That is the right answer, ladies and gentlemen. If you're married, it's your spouse. All right, I think we're ready to move on to our next segment. We're going to play a little tasting game. Oh, yeah, you know what's coming next. If you're watching this episode and you're saying to yourself, hey there, Willie, where'd you get that fancy looking hoodie or that schnazzy hat? Well, I'll tell you, Billy, you can buy them right now on the InHopsWeTrustFilm.com website. Hats, sweatshirts, t-shirts, anything you can imagine. Like the In Hops We Trust lovely hoodie that has my beautiful face on the front and the In Hops We Trust logo right on the back. So check out InHopsWeTrustFilm.com. That's InHopsWeTrustFilm.com.
That was magical.
Sustainability and the environment have always been an important part of Jackalope's ethos. We do a lot of the things that other breweries do, such as we give our spent grains to farmers, and we reuse our processed water. The biggest thing for us has been CO2 recapture. We all create a ton of CO2 through fermentation. Generally just bubbles right out of the buckets, and then we'll buy CO2 for downstream parts of the process. To me, that's just environmentally and economically wasteful. I met Amy George. She started a company called Earthly Labs, and they were designing CO2 recapture systems for small breweries. And so we have one of the first systems in the country. I think 20 years, every craft brewery in the country is going to be doing it. I fully believe that.
It's time for the In Hops We Trust Beirut beer tasting game. It's our fun way to learn about the makeup of Jackalope's beers and where the losers actually become the drunk winners. We are the visitors, so we get to shoot first.
All right, let's get your first miss.
What do we got?
This is our Fenario IPA, 7.2 ABV, so it packs a punch. Just delicious. You get a lot of orange, tropical kind of flavors in it, balanced very well with the malt.
All right, now, there's another thing. Make sure your elbow doesn't cross the table.
Oh my God,
shoot.
throwing these rules at us.
So while we're playing, let's talk about something. Let's talk about what is a nightmare brew scenario that you guys have encountered.
A nightmare.
Ooh, well, let's hold off on that. What do we got there?
This is our Lovebird. It's a strawberry raspberry Hefeweizen. It is a wheat ale. I can drink about 6 of these in a sitting. It's a pretty light beer.
Is that what we got here too, or is it
yeah,
something different? All right,
it's mirrored.
I can't wait to enjoy it.
Yeah.
There was definitely a bug in that, which was.
All right, nightmare brew scenario. You're familiar at all with brewing? Like there's the mash tun that has all the grain and the water in it. You don't want to open the latch to the mash tun until all the water's out. I opened the latch, all of the grain and water all over the place. Nightmare scenario, worst day of my life.
Oh my God, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think that's you, Steve. That's Goliath.
Do you want me to have Goliath?
Now, why are you guys hesitant to have Goliath?
Goliath is an 8.8% Bear Walker Brown Ale.
Damn!
It is a variant on our most popular beer, which is our Bear Walker Brown. It'll surprise you. It'll kick you in the butt for sure.
Enjoy.
Cheers.
I have to do work after this.
I do too.
They all have to go to work after this.
Oh, work.
This is like when you go to the fair. Did you guys like shrink the cup?
Oh, wow. Okay, so this is the Bear Walker.
That's the Bear Walker. That is our flagship, most popular maple brown ale.
100% pure Vermont maple syrup. Oh my goodness.
Woo.
Let's talk about it.
He calls it shot! Yes!
Oh my goodness. All right. So Lisa's gonna drink it.
It's my favorite.
I'll talk about it. That's our Brew Walker, brewed with local coffee. We use the cold brew, blend it with our Bear Walker Brown. Gets all the good coffee flavor and aroma. Just an awesome, awesome variant.
Ooh, we'll re-rack it on the next go.
Oh, that was such a weak try. I shouldn't have talked to all the I did.
Oh.
Woo!
The man is on fire.
There it is.
What is that? That's the chai.
We infuse our Bear Walker with the chai spice, just like a truly, truly awesome fall beer.
I'll bet it's delicious.
You get to
Enjoy
try
that.
it soon.
If y'all
We'll
get to
see.
try.
We'll see if we can.
Have you gotten one yet?
No, never. Thank you for reminding me. I've got zero.
Sorry, Will's carrying our team too.
Oh,
Wow,
there
look
it
at
is.
that. Speaking of which, it is the
believe
chai.
so.
Welcome.
Let's do this.
Yes.
That's it. Okay, let's bring it around. Let's bring it around here. Guys, you know, there's no I in team. And today, the in-hops crew was definitely carried by Will here. If you're in Nashville, Tennessee, come check out If you're in Nashville, come check out Jackalope Brewing because it's delicious. I mean, the Bear Walker series is brilliant. I am a little bit drunk. But hey, that's the point of drinking beer. In-hops we trust. Thank you.
In hops we trust.
Want another beer? Check out our channel, In Hops We Trust Film. There you'll get all our latest content, including new episodes, tastings, and all things In Hops related. Cheers! In Hops We Trust is an Ambassador Studios production.